I'm sorry, viewers, I'm a bad vlogger. I'd like to say that work has been what's gotten in the way of being able to produce content for the last couple of weeks. But it's actually a much more awesome reason than that. I've been living in the Edmonton area for the bulk of the past year, and for most of that time I haven't really had any friends. Just, a couple of guys that I worked with that I would occasionally go out to a movie with now and then, or would hang out with when, after work or whatever. But I was, growing weary of my life of relative solitude, so I sought out some new friends, and I have made some new friends, and the last several weeks have been actually really awesome. I may have mentioned in the past, in earlier videos, that I am a brony. For those of you that are not aware, brony is an adult, typically male, but not exclusively, fan of My Little Pony. Generally the current incarnation, the series with the subtitle Friendship is Magic. I've been a fan of the show for several years, and was introduced to it by a couple of friends of mine from that I know via the internet, though we have hung out together a few times when we happen to be in the same place at the same time. But I had always been passingly aware of meetup groups, Facebook groups for local areas that get together and hang out, go to movies, go have picnics, just hang out and go to the arcade or mini golf or whatever. And I found a couple of them in the Edmonton area, and I connected with them, and well, let's just say that it's been a rousing success. And it's been a very good experience for me. Hasn't left me with a lot of time to do videos though, because work and a now much more active social life, something's got to give, and unfortunately that something is often video making, which takes a lot of time and sometimes doesn't really give me a lot of benefit. I enjoy doing it, but sometimes I kind of wonder why I bother. I do get good feedback, and it's something I enjoy doing as a hobby, but it's never something that I'll do for, profit. It's just for fun. But it's not a job by any stretch. So, it's that one thing in my life that if something has to go, it's the thing that's got to go. But that said, I have been laid off from my job for, again, probably for at least another couple of weeks until the ground dries out and we can start hauling dirt again, because the ground in Alberta, when it gets wet, is really tricky to navigate in the kind of truck that I drive. Unless you've got really great mud bogging tires, if you hit a patch of mud, the treads in the tires we use fill up instantly, and you're essentially running slick tires and you're not going anywhere. You're calling a dozer for a pickup, or sometimes even if you try to make a turn, you slip and you end up in a ditch. Doesn't happen super often. Most people are pretty careful, but it does happen, and yeah, it's happened to me. Though it wasn't due to mud, it was actually due to ice, and my own inexperience operating that kind of vehicle in icy conditions. But no harm was done, and everyone was okay. But anyway, since work is not a factor at the moment, that has enabled me to take a little time to talk about, first of all, the version 3.0 RX-78, which I finished a few days ago. I'm going to do a separate video for that, where I talk about it in detail. I've also assembled the Real Grade Gundam Mark II, which was a really neat experience, but it had some real trouble spots in it for me, and I will talk about those in greater detail. I will do a video for each of these, and also the The last Gundam that I bought was the Master Grade Sandrock. It's the Endless Waltz Design, the TV series color version. Same as with the Heavy Arms that I did a few weeks ago. So far, the only Endless Waltz colored version kits that have been released so far, like the only kits specifically from the movie/OVA, explicitly in their appearances from that movie, are the Death Scythe Hell and the Wing Zero Custom. So far, the upgraded Shenlong, known in the movie as Nataku, has not been done, and the movie-colored versions of Heavy Arms and Sandrock have not yet been done. But I will talk at greater length about those in the Sandrock's video. But they were all really neat experiences. The Gundam RX-78, I was a little let down by. But I will talk about that, like I said, in its own video. And that will come up probably later, probably tomorrow, I would say. If my layoff continues, I'll try and get all of these videos out by the end of this week. But yeah, the RX-78 I will talk about in a video probably tomorrow, and then another one on Thursday, and then another one probably on Friday, I would say. That said, I've pretty much worked through my backlog of Gundam kits. I still have the, what do you call it, the Gundam Unicorn to build, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not that enthusiastic about it, which I can't say is all that shocking considering that I've owned the thing for nearly a year and have barely even opened the box. I bought it at a shop in Vancouver when I was moving out here back in May of last year, because I went out of my way to go to this shop, and I figured I've come this far, I might as well buy something. And they had really good prices, so that was the one I bought because it was about the only thing they had that I didn't already have. Yeah, I'll build it eventually, but it's not high on my priorities list. But it looks interesting. I will give it that. It's neat, all the shifting armor panels and the opening panels to reveal the Psycho frame inside and yada yada yada. But if I ever get around to building it, I will talk about it on a video. So with that out of the way, we will cut here, and we'll come back tomorrow with a look at the version 3.0 RX-78. So thanks for watching, and happy modeling.